Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of very interesting bodybuilding updates. The first one for you guys is Sam Sulek at 3 days out of his first show ever in his life. The photos that you're looking at are actually from 3 days out, but the show is on Sunday actually, so the chances of Sam somehow improving in the last couple of days are existent. Like, he can get a little bit fuller, a little bit drier, but this is basically pretty much it. Now this is interesting because here we can actually see his front double bicep. For some reason in his last physique update he didn't hit that pose. I don't know why. I guess it depends on what body part he's training, but here we can see his front double bicep, and honestly this could be one of his best poses. I mean, I can't really see the whole pose, of course, he's not posing with the legs, but as far as the upper body, from what we can see, it's actually a very good front double because those biceps are crazy massive. Now, as you know, his lats are also one of his dominant body parts. His waist is not exactly super small, but when he hits a vacuum, it actually flows really well. Now, the size here is great, the V-taper is awesome, the conditioning is freaking good. I honestly didn't expect him to be this conditioned. I mean, we'll see how shredded will he be on stage if his entire body is going to be shredded. Like, maybe his glutes are going to be soft, we don't know that. But upper body, he looks shredded, man. And considering that he was prepping himself for this show, as far as I know, it's actually a very good look, and especially for somebody who is competing for the first time in their life. This is a really good package. Now, from what I heard, I don't really know this for a fact, somebody told me in the comments that on Jay Cutler's podcast, he said his plan is to compete in Classic, and at this amateur show, he might do both, because why not? He can do 2 divisions and, increase the chances of actually qualifying for Arnold Classic by placing in the top 2 or in both of those divisions. But as far as the Arnold Classic, he plans on competing in Classic, because he can make the weight, he can look pretty decent in Classic. He doesn't have like the best structure, the craziest potential to be like a top classic physique pro or an Olympian, a top 10, top 15 Olympian. I don't think he has those 1 to 3% genetics in the world to be that good, but he has the genetics to build the muscle very fast. He's very big for his age. So if he continues putting on muscle at this pace, one day, if he's consistent enough and if he doesn't give up, if he actually continues pushing for years and years, I can definitely see him becoming a top open pro. But that's not gonna happen anytime soon. This weekend, for the first time ever, we are witnessing Sam Sulek on stage in an amateur show, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see that. So, like I said, front double bicep looks amazing. Let's check out the other poses at 3 days out. I think this is probably his best shot. I mean, again, I can't see the legs, but the legs are probably the least important in this pose. This pose is all about upper body muscularity, it's all about the shoulders, the arms, the upper chest, the traps, and he has all that going on for him for days. So as you can see, he looks freaky here, like a solid, I mean, I don't want to say open pro, but almost pretty much, like crazy most muscular. He does have crazy arms and shoulders especially. Chest is a little bit, shoulders are a little bit dominant over the chest. But in this pose, you can't really see that this is his pose, his best pose for sure. And by the way, look at his delts. Look at the separation of delts. This is almost like Wesley Visser's kind of a delt separation. Very, very rare. And I was always wondering what kind of gear and how much he's taking. I never heard him speak about that. But whatever he's doing, however much he's doing, he's definitely not putting anything in his delts. If he did, he wouldn't have this kind of deep separation. This is really good. He really does have the muscle quality. Side tricep, also very good pose for him. The triceps, look at the lateral head, the outer head. It's popping out like crazy, and then the shoulders crazy separated, and on top of it all, abs like this. Man, like these abs, this serratus muscle, and the abs are looking crazy, the obliques as well. Everything just flows really well, everything is there. There is no part of his physique that has no details. Yeah, he's going to look really good actually in a lot of poses, but not every pose. Here is his back double bicep. I think he changed something from the last time he posted a back double. I don't think he watched my video, but probably somebody told him to lower his shoulders down a little bit and flex his lats more. And that's exactly what he's doing, and this pose is already looking better. I don't know, like here you can see the upper glutes, you can see there is fat there for sure, so he won't be exactly super peeled throughout the entire physique. Glutes will be probably a little bit softer, but I think that will be conditioned enough. Overall, I think Sam is going to look surprisingly good. I love what I'm seeing. What do you guys think? Tell me down below. Alright, the next thing we got is a new physique update by Nick Walker. Here, he's just showing us his, well, let's say his weakest body part. I mean, if you can call these legs weak. Like, I definitely wouldn't call them weak. I mean, they are pretty freaking massive, really thick, especially from the sides all around. But the problem is, as you guys know, the sweep. That was at least the problem, especially compared to the rest of his body, compared to his shoulder mass and his shoulder width, and basically the width and thickness of his upper body. But in this pose right here, in this photo, the legs are actually looking really good. And this is not the first time we're seeing him hitting a shot like this. For the past maybe couple of weeks, months, his legs have actually been looking better than before for sure. And I've seen a lot of comments, people saying that like he found an angle, he found a good lighting, it's Photoshop, whatever. But if he continues posting similar physique updates over and over almost every single day, but like a couple of times a week usually, and he continues looking good, especially in the legs, I think that means something. I think that means his legs are actually improved. And for me, personally, the way I see it, they definitely do look better. I mean, compare like the outer line of his quad to the tiles in the background. It's gonna give you a pretty nice perspective of where his outer sweep is. It used to be much flatter before. Now it's actually popping out a little bit. Not crazy, like he will never have the craziest quads, simply because his legs are short compared to his upper body, and also like his femur bone, his thigh bone is simply shorter than his shin comparatively. So structurally, proportionally, he has this advantage in that regard, but I think he did what he could with it. And even before, guys, like Nick was never really known for having the best structure, but he has been improving year after year, show after show, and like with that much muscularity, with almost perfect conditioning every time he steps on the stage, with that much of a freak factor, like a couple of dominant body parts like arms, I would say his back as of lately as well, just simply overall freak factor conditioning, and now with slight improvements in the outer sweep and hopefully in the midsection. Man, it's gonna be very difficult for anybody to beat him. I mean, he's going against Martin Fitzwater first at a Pittsburgh Pro. I think it's gonna be a really tough battle. I don't know who's gonna win that. I mean, Martin also became really good lately, but for me, Nick is still a little bit above. And the last time Nick won, but he wasn't 100% on, Martin kinda was, but he also improved for the Mr. Olympia, and probably he will improve as well for the Pittsburgh, so it's gonna be a tight battle, but at this point I'll probably have Nick ahead. Whatever you guys think, tell me down below. Now, right after that Pittsburgh Pro, we have another big show, New York Pro, and here is one of the, well, I don't know if I should say favorites, but I'll say one of the most notable competitors, Regan Grimes, with a physique update at 14 weeks out of the New York Pro. And, you know, from what I can see right here, conditioning for 14 weeks out, it's good. It's really good. If this was his conditioning at like 8 weeks out, or maybe even less than that, I would be like, okay, fine. I've seen him get shredded even faster. So, like, I think in 6 weeks he could probably replicate the conditioning from the last time he competed at Italy or Spain. But he has 14 weeks. So, I'm guessing the plan of his coach, Stefan Kinsel, is to get him shredded early and then maybe do some sort of a rebound into the show. So, you're looking at Regan right here and you're probably thinking, he's too small. Like, he wants to win the New York Pro against Nick Walker, but, you know, at this size, against a monster like Nick, it's not gonna happen. And I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna happen. But if he actually wasn't really doing a lot of gear in the off season, and that's why he didn't get super big, and now he gets lean first early and then spends like 8 weeks or so maybe kind of growing into the show, improving as well, pushing the gear a little bit, getting harder and harder with the same conditioning, and maybe tightening it up at the end and doing a really good peak with Stefan. Man, I think anything is possible. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to win the New York Pro, but I think it's very possible that we're going to see Regan at his absolute best ever. Is that going to be enough to, like, beat Nick Walker and win New York Pro? I don't see it, guys. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't see it, but maybe you guys feel otherwise. If you do, tell me down below in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're watching my content and you're not subscribed yet, just please do me a favor, click the subscribe button. And also, if you guys are looking for a coach, somebody who is very affordable and very available, like always there for you, and you're trying to, let's say, get ready for summer or maybe get ready for a show, or you want to do a clean bulk, you want to get bigger, whatever you guys want to do, and you need guidance, you can DM me on Instagram. I can coach you guys. We can talk over there about that. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. See you soon. All the best, and bye-bye.